Baldur's Gate 3 Patch 8 Update 2, Crossplay fixes, gameplay tweaks, and more. Baldur's Gate 3 Patch 8 Update 2 introduces gameplay changes, nerfs abilities, and fixes scripting issues. Update 2 also resolves crossplay problems for both Xbox and PS5 players, enhancing overall functionality. The patch includes subclass adjustments, VFX fixes, photo mode improvements, and crash fixes. Crossplay is a highly anticipated feature and has gained popularity. Xbox players can now enjoy crossplay with great comfort, but the much-dreaded connection error, which put PS5 players back to the main menu, is no longer an issue. In addition, friends can also easily join PS5 players in crossplay games. Baldur's Gate 3's Patch 8 continues to undergo stress testing, and the developer has now released a new update for participating players addressing gameplay changes, nerfs to abilities, and script fixes, among many other things. Baldur's Gate 3 Patch 8 Update 2 also tackles an issue with crossplay, which was preventing players from properly using this feature. Gameplay tweaks and nerfs. Several gameplay adjustments have been introduced to balance the experience. Booming Blade was formerly considered almost OP, but it is now a once-per-turn usage. Swashbuckler Rogue's Dirty Trick. Sand Toss now uses dexterity for attacks, and other dirty tricks have been fixed to provide an advantage. There have also been various effects and animation fixes for subclasses like Bladezingers and Arcane Archers, bringing things like Eyes of the Dark and Arcane Shot back to where they are supposed to be. Photo mode improvements. Photo mode has undergone refinement for a more immersive experience. No tutorial pop-ups in this version, and any language-specific issues, such as English prompts showing up in non-English versions, have been resolved. Physics for certain character models have been disabled to avoid awkward visual glitches, and UI elements, such as the field of view slider, now run smoothly. Crash fixes and stability. The update rectifies several crashes, mainly in split-screen mode, and for console players on the PS5 prone to idle crashes. UI-related crashes and conflict issues suffered with mod-ins have also been fixed, making modded gameplay more stable for the users. Scripting and dialogue fixes. Dialogue and scripting flaws have been fixed, as the Shar worship dialogue for Shadowheart now triggers correctly, while the scene with Elfira in the camp no longer produces unintended results. The cinematic VO for Githyanki and Drow characters coming into the Shadow Curse lands has been amended to avoid cutoffs. Modding improvements. Mod support has been enhanced with better navigation in the mod manager for controller users and improved character creation functionality for modded games. The mod verification window now appears on PC for console-related mod issues, ensuring cross-play compatibility. Baldur's Gate 3 Patch 8 Stress Test Update 2 Patch Notes. Gameplay. Fixed a bug preventing you from clicking and dragging objects. Fixed an error when joining a game via a friend invite on Xbox. Fixed war magic being active before extra attack, forcing the player to use a bonus action before getting access to other extra attacks. Eldritch Knights now properly use free extra attacks before their war magic attack. Fixed free cast getting enabled again after you unequip a piece of equipment. Fixed Valiant damage not triggering properly. Fixed an issue with Shadowblade spells and the Knife of the Undermountain King dagger not granting advantage against an obscured target. Fixed a bug where moving the controller sticks in specific directions wouldn't register any input. Fixed Janel's gloves not correctly triggering the Defy Villainy passive that casts lesser restoration. Updated elemental weapon to allow all damage types at all spell levels and include upcast benefits at levels 5 and 6. Examining in-world surfaces with the Pin tooltip, Keybind now correctly displays the tooltip. Fixed a bug causing keyboard input to block if you spam the level up button and the escape key. Fixed a potential blocker causing mouse input to get disabled when clicking an enemy's portrait as they die. Fixed a blocker when a follower or summon used the scrying eyes in the Iron Throne. Fixed a blocker when you tried to use any item while your character was knocked down. Fixed Mind Flayer Tentacles T-posing. Told the Swarmkeeper's Swarm VFX to play nice and show up in photo mode. Fixed the Elemental Myrmidons sometimes balling their fists up so tight in certain poses that their fingers clip through the back of their hands. Fixed the Owlbear's pointing poses, making it look like it was tucking its chin deep into its chest. Fix the field of view slider value, sometimes jumping up or down in unexpected increments when clicking on the arrows. Tutorial and notification pop-ups will no longer appear in photo mode. Fixed the exit photo mode option appearing in English on controller when the game was set to another language. Disabled physics for genitals in photo mode to avoid some distressing twisting and contorting when switching between poses. Overhead dialogues that have been triggered during photo mode no longer all stack above the characters' heads when you return to gameplay. Resizing stickers will no longer affect their original position. Fixed body type 2 characters' left arms looking terribly twisted and emaciated in the shy poses. Updated the position of the button prompts on controller so they don't overlap in different languages. Crossplay. Resolved an issue that was creating conflicts when enabling crossplay on Xbox. Fix the game sending you back to the main menu with a connection error pop-up on PS5 if the console went to sleep. Fixed a bug preventing PS5 players from joining crossplay games via the friends list. New subclasses. Limited the booming blade cantrip so it cannot be used more than once per turn. Fixed some missing and mistimed VFX for spells when cast by bladezingers. Clarified the descriptions of Cosmic Omen's attack roll and saving throw reaction tooltips. Fixed some missing bow animations for Arcane Shot. Updated the visibility of the VFX light source used by shadow magic sorcerers for the Eyes of the Dark ability. Fixed a bug allowing you to infinitely switch your twinkling constellation for free. Dirty trick. Sand toss now uses your dexterity modifier on attack. Fixed swashbuckers' dirty tricks, not conferring advantage when they should. Added the new subclass spells to the Action Surge and Fists of Fury achievements. Nimbus. The Shadow Sorcerer's Shadow Mastiff summoned via the Hound of Ill Omen ability can no longer go on his own little adventures and trigger dialogues when separated from a summoner. The Hexed Weapon condition is now properly removed from equipped weapons after you respec out of the Hexblade subclass. Updated Piercing Arrow to always consume an Arcane Arrow resource and updated Bursting Arrow to not consume more than one Arcane Arrow resource on hit. Rebalance the number of arcane shots that arcane archers gain at levels 7 and 10. Action resources gained by bladezingers, swarmkeepers, and glamour bards will now show up properly in character creation. Fix the dirty trick. Flick O, the wrist spell missing its animation for dwarves wielding scimitars. Circle of the Stars druids can no longer enter animal wild shapes while already in a starry form. Cosmic Omen will no longer linger after you respec with withers. Deepened Pact now works for Hexblade weapons if the Hexblade Warlock has Pact of the Blade.